Barsan Lorafiel stood at the edge of the world. Wind whipped his cloak, salt spray stinging his eyes. He was a half-elf, born of the waves and the forest, a warrior of both sea and sky. His heart burned with a cold fire, anger, determination. They outweighed the fear that gnawed at his gut. This was his last stand. His lover, his children, sheltered in the cove behind him. They were his world, and he would be their shield. Barsan hefted his twin cutlasses. They were extensions of himself, honed to deadly sharpness. He had fought with these blades across the waves, under the scorching sun and on moonlit decks slick with blood. He was ready. He had to be. The enemy was legion. They came in a tide of hate, eager to consume all he held dear. But Barsan Lorafiel would hold the line. Until his last breath he would fight. The enemy horde surged toward him. Across the narrow beach they swarmed, a tide of grasping claws and gnashing teeth. Orcs, their flesh scarred and burned, smelling of rage and despair. Goblins, small and vicious, their eyes alight with cruel anticipation. And above them all, towering figures wreathed in shadow. Ogres, their laughter like thunder, each swing of their clubs a promise of bone-shattering impact. Barsan met their charge with a roar of his own. His blades sang, a deadly dance of steel and fury. He moved like the ocean itself, fluid and relentless, each strike a crashing wave. Orcs fell, their blood staining the sand crimson. Goblins scattered before his wrath, their high-pitched cries cut short. But still they came, wave after wave of unrelenting savagery. He fought on, fueled by love and despair. Each swing of his blades was a prayer for his lover's touch, for the laughter of his children. He pictured their faces, etched in his heart. Exhaustion gnawed at him, his muscles screamed for respite. But he couldn't stop. To falter was to fail them. To die was to condemn them. He was their protector, their shield against the storm. An ogre roared, charging with the force of a battering ram. Barsan rolled aside, his blades flashing. He carved through the beast's thick hide, leaving a trail of fire in his wake. The ogre stumbled, its roar becoming a gurgling gasp. Barsan pressed his advantage, his blades a whirlwind of death. With a final desperate roar, the ogre fell, crushing lesser creatures beneath its bulk. Barsan stood amidst the carnage. His breath rasped in his chest, his body a tapestry of pain. But he was alive. And as long as he drew breath, his family had a chance. He raised his bloodied blades, their polished surfaces reflecting the dying light. The enemy hesitated, their ranks thinned but their hunger undimmed. They knew what he was. A warrior pushed to the brink, a cornered wolf, but they also saw the fire in his eyes, the unwavering determination that spoke of a love deeper than the abyss. Barsan smiled, a grim slash across his blood-streaked face. Let them come, he thought. For his family, he would face the endless horde. For them, he would fight, and fight, and fight.